Hello everyone, it's me V, and I realized normally I would do kind of like a tier list whenever I finished a game that I played on stream. For Fire Emblem, it's been the Omegaverse tier list, but you know, if I were to do an Omegaverse tier list for Devil May Cry, it would probably look a little bit like this, which would probably be kind of boring for y'all. So I decided that what I was gonna do was I was gonna go through and I was gonna rate the fashion of Devil May Cry because, you know, during the Devil May Cry 5 streams, we had a little bit of fun kind of going into camera mode and looking the characters up and down a bit. So I thought it would be fun, and I thought it would be quick, and then I spent 2 hours going through all of the characters and putting together like little mood boards because I hate how you don't really get like the full picture with these like itty bitty little tier maker things. So I figured I would make mood boards so that I can more accurately kind of assess what's going on. And then it turned into a whole project. But anyways, I wasted all that time, so here we are, and we're gonna do it now. We are going with playable characters only. If the costumes are like significantly different, I'll talk about it. Some characters kind of appear across multiple games, but have sort of the same look, so they're all just one. I think that's basically only Trish, but you know. And we're just doing all 5 mainline and the reboot, because, I mean, might as well, right? It's on the tier list. I think there's only one oddity in that there's no picture for Devil May Cry 5 lady. So I have her blonde EX version from 4 standing in there. Other than that, let's go ahead and get started. We're going in game order. So, we're gonna be, it makes sense in my head. If it's jumping around for you, oh well. So we're starting off with Devil May Cry 1 Dante. In post, I'm gonna have to put the little thumbnails over the mood boards over the screen here, but for now I'm just referencing them off to the side. Devil May Cry 1 Dante. Classic look. There's a lot I like about it. The skin-tight turtleneck under the vest with the pants and the thigh belts, total whore behavior. And the coat with like the 3/4 sleeve going on, that little itty bitty sliver of wrist that you got between his, like where his turtleneck ends and where his glove begins. Absolute whorish behavior. The only thing that holds it back for me from being like a triple S is I don't love that like the vest, the coat, and the pants are all red. You know, I feel like we needed like maybe a little bit more color blocking in there to break it up a little bit, but like the peaks of black, iconic. So I'm gonna put him in stylish. Now Devil May Cry 2 Dante honestly has me a little bit feral. He is so good, and I was replaying Devil May Cry 2 recently because I hate myself, and I noticed something. So when I had played it before, I kind of thought that like the black section on his front was actually like a shirt, and the coat, like he didn't really have a coat, it was just kind of like long sleeves with like a tail. But no, the black part is the coat, and he has it like zipped down part way so his tatas are hanging out because he's Dante. And that means that he's wearing a leather coat with no shirt under it, or at least no visible shirt under it. I'm gonna say there's no shirt under it because you can zip that thing down pretty far and still no shirt. So that was an interesting bit. I like the flowiness of the tail. The flowiness of the coattails is always going to be a bonus point for me. You know, it's got like a little split in the back, so you get some like extra floof out of it. And like honestly, like the popped collar hiding the chin, he's gonna be my first triple S. This is like the one thing that Devil May Cry 2 did absolutely right. Then we have his bonus costume from Devil May Cry 2, and I don't have nice things to say about this one. I just, like, it's trying too hard to be cool, and like Dante doesn't need to try too hard to be cool. The scarf, odd decision. I don't like the green on him. I don't think it fits his color palette. The useless belt that like over the plain jeans and the brown boots. Like it's giving like I paid too much for this outfit and I could have bought the same thing at Target for like a fifth of the price. So that's gonna be our first dismal. Lucia, regular outfit, love it. Love Lucia's outfit. I think it's like a really nice blend of like being kind of, you know, like sexy, a little bit like revealing, but not so over the top sexy that it's like in your face. We're gonna get to that with some of these later outfits. I have thoughts. But you know, I love the gloves. I love the, you know, like the low-rise pants with like the boots with the belt. I love the white cape that also has a little bit of flow to it and like, you know, comes up over the neck. It's good. It's a good design. I'm gonna put her... Honestly, you know, she might be up there with Devil May Cry 2. The character design in that game, super solid. For the record, I'm not rating like the hair or anything as part of this. It's just the clothes. Just in case that was a concern for anybody. It might be relevant when we get to Dante over here. Then we have Lucia's first Diesel brand costume design. And honestly, I kind of like it. Like, it's very 2000s, but like I'm a 2000s girly. Like, I love the fashion of that kind of era. So, you know, you've got kind of this like boho grunge kind of look to her. I think it's nice. I don't think it's like a triple S rank, but I'd you know, I'd put it in. I'm between stylish and alright, cause like it's good, but I don't know if it's like. It's not like it's too like it's very plain. You know, it's very real world, and like part of what's so fun about these games is like the over the top fashion. And then we have her second Diesel outfit, which I just think is, honest to goodness, one of the more hideous things I've ever seen in my entire life. It gives circus, honestly. It gives circus with like the vertical striped pants, and then the shirt with like the very plain shirt with like the red, white, and blue, and then like the ugly sandals, like the red and white sandals. I don't think it's a good look. I think I like pieces of it, but like these need to be like statement pieces in an outfit. You can't put them all together, you know? Like the pants would look really good if she had like maybe like a solid black shirt and like some boots. It would make a real statement, but it's too much here. So I'm putting, that's another dismal for me. Okay, now we have Sparta, who is like technically not playable, but like, but he usually has a costume for one of the playables, so it's kind of whatever. He looks pretty much the same in every game. I mean, there's not really a lot changing here. I'm putting him in dismal, and that's just because like like the Victorian aesthetic, not it. You know, not it. Virgil, my newly beloved. I just wanna pick him up by the scruff of the neck and just shake him around violently. He's interesting to me because I don't like his outfit gives a lot of Sparta, kind of like a little bit more old world. Like he almost looks like an old-timey military commander, which is like kind of hot, but also like kind of ridiculous, you know? And I'm gonna say it, like the one thing that elevates this outfit for me is the knowledge that his arms are bare under the coat. And I just like I don't understand Like, who puts on a vest with a cravat and like a coat and then doesn't have like a shirt underneath all of that? It's a very odd style decision, but it's like, I kind of like it. I love like the peak of like yellow. It looks red in 3 at points, but like the peak of yellow under the coat. You know, he's got a lot of like really solid, good lines, but it's not like too busy. It's not like so busy that you're like distracted by it. So I don't know if I'd put him in like a triple S, but he's definitely like an S. Devil May Cry 3 Dante. Now this one is, I mean, like, it gives like frat boy who wants you to think that he woke up like this, but really he spent 4 hours getting ready this morning. And I'm not sure how I feel about it. Because it's a very basic design, you know? The coat's cool, but the pants are very plain. The boots are kind of interesting, but you don't really see a lot of his boots. But yeah, no, he just looks like, I want you to think I woke up like this, but I took 4 hours to get ready this morning. And so I'm gonna put it in all right, you know. I think my man could do a little bit better, you know. He could elevate it a little bit more. He just looks a little bit lazy here. And I gotta knock off a point for the part where he like rips his one sleeve off, because now it's like, come on man, you ruined your coat. I mean, he probably ruins a coat every game because it gets like shot and burned or whatever, but you know, I'm actually gonna order these within tiers. I think this one's worse. These two. Sparta at least has like a design philosophy. These two just look weird. Okay, Lady. Lady is like, I like Lady as a character. I feel like Lady, like the design philosophy behind Lady has gotten a little bit weird over the years, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. But this is specifically Devil May Cry 3 Lady, who I think is my least hated iteration of this. Like, she has a very clear design philosophy. She's supposed to be kind of like this like schoolgirly, like edgy schoolgirl kind of vibe. It's a little bit like risque, you know, she's got like the stomach showing, she's got a lot of legs showing, she's, you know, shirt's unbuttoned. But like when you're looking at it in the game, it's really not that distracting in my opinion. I mean, like, it took me forever to realize that her midriff was like slightly bare because she's just always moving and jumping or whatever. And they have like shorts under the really way too short skirt, which, you know, appreciated. I would say she's like, I'd say she's in the stylish category. I don't think she's like at the level of DMC 1 Dante or like DMC 3-4 Virgil, but she's okay. Nero. From DMC 4 specifically. Now, bullying Nero is honest to God one of my favorite pastimes. He's so bullyable. So, you know, believe me when I say DMC4 Nero's outfit fucks. Like, there's something about it that is like so appealing to my little lizard brain. Like the coat, cool as hell. I would wear that coat any day of the week. I love like the little, you know, red, like peaks of red in the lining and in like the cuffs and in the arm designs. I love the rolled up sleeves, hell yeah. I just realized my man wears a watch. Kind of dorky, but you know what, it is Nero. He can't be perfect. You know, and I think it's a good balance of like having kind of like a busy upper section, but like a very clean, sort of basic lower portion, so you're not, like, your eye isn't like jumping all over the outfit. Like, you're very focused on like him, especially like the way the outfit brings attention to, you know, his devil arm. Really cool. So yeah, no, this guy is a smoking sexy style boy. That's right. I might even put him above DMC to Dante. I love it, like his outfit. My only criticism is like I think like the overwrought kind of like stitching on like the shirt looks a little bit silly, but like it works with the outfit so well that it took me a while to notice it, so that's why it's not really bumping it down. So now we have Prototype Nero. And if DMC4 Nero fucks, Prototype Nero dies a virgin. I don't like this design at all. I think it's very like weird in the lines that it forms on his body. Like it's drawing a lot of attention kind of to the neck. The neck is very busy. He's got the scarf, he's got like the double collars going on. And then everything from like the neck down is just really plain. Like it's a very plain, almost like cowboyish button-down shirt, very plain pants, very plain boots. It's a very like top-heavy design, but like top heavy design. Not a fan. You know, I think he's better than like the Diesel clothes. He's like on par with Sparta though. Okay, then we have DMC4 Dante. And I don't know if this is a controversial opinion or not, but I feel like he got lost on the way to a cowboy fetish convention or something. And it's not my favorite Dante look. I think it's fun. I think it's a very fun Dante look. Like I think the coat pretty good, you know? But it's like it's a very bottom heavy design is I think my problem with it. Cause he's got like the boots with like the really heavy kind of like leather design, and then the chaps, and then the red pants, and then from the rest up it's just like the plain red coat. A lot of belts on his front too. You know, it's very like not my favorite. It's not bad though. Like that's the thing. It's not horrible. It's just not my favorite. I'd probably put it like above DMC3 and the Diesel Lucia, but like probably not quite hitting stylish. And now here's where my problems with Lady's design philosophy start to come in. Because I feel like they kind of like lost what they were trying to do with her character, and they just kind of were like, make it sexy. So she's got this like stripper pinstripe suit with like no shirt under it, like this, like the panty cut short shorts, and then like the boots, and it's just like I feel like there's sort of like a design philosophy when designing sexy female characters that a lot of developers kind of fall into this trap of like, if we just show enough skin, it'll be really sexy, you know? And that's not always the case. Like this does not, like this is a cohesive design to me, but it's not like a sensible one. And I feel like the best blend of like stylish and sexy is when it's like attractive, but also something that I could see somebody in the real world wearing. I can't see anybody in the real world dressing like fucking Lady, you know? In DMC4 at least. I can't see anyone really dressing like most of these characters, but there is like sort of like a fantasy normalcy to them, whereas Lady is just kind of like, I feel like I would hire a stripper and they would show up looking like this. So for that reason, I'm putting her down in dismal. I think she's, God, is she worse than, I'll put it right there for now. I might change my mind. Trish, I feel, is kind of like what I was talking about with Lady. This is kind of just like, you know, an amalgamation of all her designs. She's basically the same in every game. I mean, they play around with like the core setting or whatever, like how much skin is showing in between, basically the front, but that's basically it. She's got a pretty simple design that is like, you know, like the black corset, black leather pants, and like the high-heeled, you know, knee-high boots, and that's basically Trish. And like I feel like she's kind of what I think of when I'm like a sensible, sexy design, because, like, this isn't necessarily something somebody would wear every day, but, like, I could see myself going to some, like, you know, like, punk concert, or, like, I don't know, fucking motorcycle race. I don't know what punk rock people do. But I could see myself going to one of those kinds of events or locations and then seeing somebody who is dressed like her. And honestly, like, her design philosophy is very, like, kind of like mommy-dommy, you know, and it fits. So, you know, I'm putting her... I'm not sure if I would put her as, like a triple S rank, but she's definitely stylish. And, you know, like, she shows some skin, but it's also, like, not something I would, like, go out and be like, oh my god, like, what the heck is happening? Okay, then we have DMC4 Gloria, and Gloria is, like, everything I said about Lady and worse, because it becomes abundantly clear as you're watching these cutscenes that she is, like, not wearing underwear. And, like, I don't know about y'all, but that does not seem like a very good idea. So, yeah, not my favorite. There's a lot of things I do like about her design, and I think if they had just, like, I don't know, like, toned it down a little bit, it would have been great. Like, you could even keep, like, the impractical deep V with, like, the lacing. She looks like a shoe, actually. Yeah, no, this makes her look like a shoe. You, like, lace up a shoe. Not my favorite. But, like, if this design just, like, had some, like, pants or, like, some tights or whatever, I think it would have really elevated it, but then they went for, like, no, we need her to be, like, super sexy, like, show as much skin as possible. She's not wearing underwear, haha, isn't that funny? Nero's so embarrassed, and it's like, alright, fine. But I like the shoulders, you know. I like the sleeves. I like the kind of, like, cut of the outfit and the boots, you know? Like, she's definitely got, like, a design philosophy behind her. I just wish they had, like, scaled it back a little bit, you know? It's just, it's too much. I'm gonna put her in, come on, because, like, there's redeemable elements to this. There's not many. Okay, now we're into DMC5 Dante. You know, I like DMC5 Dante. He 100% gives, like, your drunk uncle that your mom keeps trying to get to come to Thanksgiving this year so that, like, maybe being around people will, like, stop the alcoholism spiral. That's very much the aesthetic that DMC5 Dante is giving. And you know what? Like, that's kind of where he's at as a character, so that's fine. He is once again showing us the titties. He loves his, like, unbuttoned V-neck whatevers. It's not a V-neck, but, you know. Unbuttoned shirts. Showing a little bit of the tatas. It's attractive. But I mean, Dante always is, right? You know, I like the little skull design on the back of the coat. Though I have to admit, that looks like so uncomfortable if you were sitting down and you had to, like, lean back against something, because that looks like a pretty big metal piece back there, and it's, like, right on your spine. But I don't know, maybe he's trying to correct his posture or something. Yeah, so I think he's got, like, a look. You know, he's got, like, a look. I'm gonna put him, I think, he's, like, on the lower end of stylish, I think. Okay, DMC5 Nero. The coat carries this one for me. I think the coat has a lot of nice details. I like that we're keeping the 3/4 sleeve so that we can show off the whole lack of arm thing this time. I like that the shoulders or the sleeves are, like, almost like a quilted kind of texture. You know, again, I think he follows, like, a similar kind of design philosophy to DMC4 Nero, where he's got kind of like a plain bottom, a very sort of, not, like, his top is less busy in this one. He's a little bit more plain, but, you know, I like that for him. The only thing that kind of brings this down for me is the, like, frayed. Like, it almost looks like it got, like, burnt or, like, shot up or, like, ripped or something. The sweater. Like, that's not, you know what? Like, it's been a month, my dude. You didn't bring a change of clothes after you got your ass kicked the first time. I'm gonna have to knock you down for that one. So I'm gonna put him kinda like, he's definitely like higher than, he's definitely above Virgil. I don't know if he's above Dante. No, I think he's like upper end of stylish. Yeah, no, I'm okay with that. V, not to be mistaken with me, Virgil. Virgil's thing, I kind of hate it. And I don't think it's like an objectively bad design. I just, like, I understand that the philosophy behind it is that they want to show off the tattoos. The tattoos are really important, so you can't have too much covering him. But he feels like the male version of what I was complaining about with Lady and Gloria, where it's like, why did we do this? You could have put the tattoos like more concentrated at like his neck, you know, and like his arms. You didn't have to have them all down his front. But I don't hate it. Yeah, I understand. I think the reason why I just don't like it is because it feels like very like 2000s emo boy band in its aesthetic, and it kind of sticks out to me. It does say something very funny about Virgil though. That his human half is just So I'm gonna give it an alright. I think he's like lower than Dante for me, but higher than Lucia here. Alright, we got our boy again. And, you know, continuing with the theme, total whore, arms bare under that coat. I don't know why he does it, but he does it. I've noticed putting this together that whoever did like the renders for DMC5, I think like all of the boys, like Virgil, Nero for sure, and Dante, just feel like they have really short legs. Like their legs are they just look very short, and it kind of makes them look like squished. Anyways, that's a bit of a tangent. I like this Virgil. I feel like he has like all of the stuff that made like the OG cool. You know, like all the stuff that made me like the OG design. You know, he's got like the strong sort of like old-timey military general kind of look, but the more subdued colors I think kind of elevates it a little bit instead of just being like the bright blue, you know? And again, very like simple bottom, busier top. I really like, this is a feature of the other Virgil too, but I really like the coattail being cut into like 3 sections so that you can like, it flaps in the wind. It's very flowy, and it works really great with Virgil. So for that reason, I love it. And, you know, I knocked off points for Nero having kind of like a frayed sweater, you know. Virgil's got a little bit of wear and tear down there on the ends of the coat. But I actually like it for Virgil because, like, okay, like, Nero, you got your shit kicked in once, and then you've just been driving around in circles for a month or whatever the heck he was getting up to. I didn't read the manga, or whatever the heck explains it. I mean, Virgil, like, fell into hell in, you know, like 30 years ago, and then turned into the brainwashed slave of an evil demon overlord, and then had to like cut himself open so that his human half and his demon half could like go doing whatever, and then had to merge himself back together. So my man has not had time to go coat shopping again. So I'm okay with the frayed ends. I think I like him. Is he a triple S though? That's the thing. Is he a triple S? Because he's kind of a dork. It's kind of a dorky look, but I kind of like it. I think he goes below Nero. I don't think he's a triple S. I think he's stylish, not as stylish as his son, tragically, but they're close. Okay, and now, like I said, there's no DMC5 lady on here. I don't know why, because they have, like, everything else. But, yeah, DMC5 lady repeats the problems that I had with DMC4 lady, and that's why I really like this part why I really don't like this design. And like the thing is, I like pieces of this design, and that's what frustrates me so much, because it feels like one of those designs where somebody was like, okay, what's a bunch of like sexy stuff? Oh, okay, like having a little thigh peeking out. Okay, having her hips exposed. Okay, like the V in, you know, having the shirt unbuttoned so you get a lot of cleavage. Okay, having like a cropped jacket so you can really like show the figure. Like, it's very busy, and not in like a way that I find interesting. It's busy in a way that I find kind of like distracting, which is unfortunate because like I really like the coat. I don't hate like the button-down shirt aesthetic, you know? I wouldn't mind her wearing short shorts, but then she's got like the boots all the way up, and it does too much. I think if some minor editing could have really elevated this outfit for me. Keep the coat, love the coat. I think it's a really good look on her. Have her shirt cover her fucking hips. And the thing that bothers me so much about the shirt not covering the hips is that it's got like the ridiculous like extra flappy tails of fabric that don't do anything. They just kind of hang there and leave her like entire side exposed. Just, you know, maybe give her like a tight sort of like sleeveless shirt under that goes all the way down, you know, tucked into the short shorts. Have the short shorts tucked in. Maybe give her a little bit more space between the boots and the short shorts. And you know, it's got like a little peak of sexiness. You know, you're appealing to all those people who get off to a little bit of gap in the thigh, but it's not like so busy, you know? So for that reason, yeah, no, she honestly goes like, oh god, I hate to do this to you, lady, but I think it's actually like worse than Diesel. No. Well, she's bad. We'll just leave it at that. Okay, now we have the DMC Devil May Cry Dante, if you will. I don't hate his design. I think it's like a functional design. But much like the Nero design, I think this is like really carried by the coat. Like I really like his coat actually. I think it's pretty cool. It doesn't quite have like the flowiness, the flappiness of like the other coats in the series, but it's like, it's good. You know, this is the kind of coat where I feel like if I bought one and I wore it out in the world, people wouldn't immediately be like, oh, you're like cosplaying. I feel like with most of the other coats in this series, if I were to buy that and I were to wear it out, people would be like, why are you dressing like Nero, you weirdo? Except maybe in DMC5 Nero. I think I could get away with that coat too. But all the rest of them, no. The thing that, yeah, like, this design's kind of held back. And, like, it makes sense for the character that he's got kind of, like, the grungy street rat look underneath. Like, the plain grungy street rat. But, like, it's a plain grungy street rat. So I'm gonna put her in Come On, but, like, above Gloria. And then we have DMC Devil May Cry Virgil, Virgin, if you will. I have no idea why they don't have a picture of him that is, like, not the version of him that got the ever-loving shit kicked out of him in the Virgil's Downfall DLC, but whatever. we're going on, wait, the hair doesn't matter anyways. We're going off entirely the outfit. And I really like his outfit because it's so prissy. It's just like, he's got like the fucking pinstripe dress pants. He's got like a pocket watch in there. There's like a pocket watch chain. The coat is very like, you know, like it's like it, the dress shoes, like it works so well. And that's kind of the problem with it too. I also really like I think the skull design on the back of the back shoulder is really awesome. But like, the problem is that it works so well together, and especially if you account for the fedora, which is part of the outfit. Hats are an accessory. I know it's like, we pretend like the fedora didn't happen, but it did. It's like so incel chic coded that even if I like it, I have to admit that I'm like, I can't justifiably call this stylish. It's such a look. You know, it's such a specific look. It has to have its own category at the bottom. But I really like it, especially when he's got like the coat off and he's got like the fucking cashmere sweater, and this weirdo wears like latex gloves everywhere because he's a weirdo. Like, I don't, the armband too. The armband gives like not good vibes. I'll say that. Like, why are you doing that, buddy? You're not part of any organization that actually matters. Anyways. Yeah, so that, I think I'm happy with that. That's my Devil May Cry style outfit assessment tier list. I'll edit this together real quick. I know I've already been like off of Devil May Cry for like a month now, so this is coming a little bit late. But I'm happy I did this. This was fun. I like ranting about style and fashion. So, thank y'all for watching, and I will see you later. Peace. Same guy, but different game.
He looks like a male stripper in it.
Oh my god.